What's going on, guys? Your boy Joey672 coming to you guys with a video right now. Want to go over, today we had in all the open practices, 60,000 people, record high, awesome. It's great to see fans show up at the stadium and really support this team. I've never seen that with any other fan base towards their team in their city, and I'm happy about that. So let's go forward with open practice today. We first listened to Jim Schwartz's press conference. A question was asked about Rasul Douglas. Rasul Douglas has been very inconsistent. Actually had an all right day today. Had a few pass breakups. Actually had an all right day today. So he had a few pass breakups. He did an all right job. Jim Schwartz discussed how inconsistent he is. He thinks it's all mental. Pretty much, Rasul Douglas came into camp when they started rookie camp. They did those regular drills because there was no terminology put into anything yet for the defense. He looked very different. He looked energetic. He worked really hard in rookie camp right at the start. And as soon as he started learning more and more terminology and more to learn about technique and this and that, he started to slow down on what he looked like when he came here for rookie camp. And that's understandable. Jim Schwartz doesn't think that he's slowing down. He's only slowing down because of the terminology and he's inconsistent with his technique, and it's just little by little. He thinks that maybe he has to be in game preparation, that he has to face another jersey to really show off what he can really do. Some of these players just have a different mindset. Any full player would have a different mindset going to a preseason game or any type of game or whatnot than practicing, doing individual drills, 7-on-7, stuff like that against your own team. But Rasul Douglas, down the road, he's been very inconsistent lately so far. But he's made some plays here and there. But nothing was said about starting job or how he's looking, to be on the first starting defense or whatnot. But he's coming along nicely. It's just that he has to get that fire back that he had coming into the rookie camp. I can understand when you learn more things, when you learn the NFL terminology, you're most likely going to slow down a little bit and take a step back, and we'll see what happens with Rasul Douglas. Hopefully everything's good, but progression is where he has to be, and he has to be caught up, and we'll wait till preseason to see what he has to do. So we will go next to the interview with Corey Graham. Corey Graham, the new safety for the Philadelphia Eagles that was signed. Played safety and corner, played corner for a good amount of time, and then switched to safety as he was getting older. Listen to his interview today. Played with Jim Schwartz that 1 year in Buffalo. Had a really good year. And I know I already kind of went over this, but I want to go in depth because of the interview and what's been going on with him. He literally was asked about, do you think you could play corner? And he said, anytime I'm home, my kids ask me, my family asks me, are you going to go back and play corner? He said that he can play corner. He says he hasn't played it in a while. He says it won't take long for him to get back to it. But if they ask him to play corner, he'll step in and play. He said, I know the position. I can play it. I have no problem playing corner at all. Trust me. So a lot of confidence. And I think, he sees how Malcolm Jenkins and Ronnie McLeod, he's watched video on them and knows that they're hybrid players that make a lot of plays. Now he went to Jim Schwartz conference talking about Corey Graham and pretty much says that he worked hard for me, played a year in my system. He said there's no doubt about it that he can go on that field and play. I think when he played for him, he had over 100 tackles. He said he'll step in there and play. And someone asked, hey, could you be putting him in the rotation? If there's a rotation, if he has to go in and play, he said he doesn't really know. He said that if Malcolm Jenkins moves to the nickel spot, which they did for a few games, like the Atlanta Falcons, when Malcolm Jenkins was on Julio Jones at really important moments during the game. And so what happens is if you bring Malcolm Jenkins down to the nickel, you put Corey Graham in at safety next to Ronnie McLeod, and he could probably put in some fucking work. I think that signing now, as it's going through my brain, it's a really good move because just in case our corners are sucking so bad, we could put someone at the nickel spot like Malcolm Jenkins and then bring Corey Graham into the safety spot to fill in. He's a vet. It's a veteran presence, more of a veteran presence, and he could step in and play. So Jim Schwartz has no, until they evaluate him more. They like to use that word evaluate. Until they evaluate him more. It's only his first practice today, which was the open practice. So, I mean, they're going to see more of him this week. But turning out, Corey Graham could step in and play if Malcolm Jenkins goes to the nickel, if he has to move down because Jim Schwartz doesn't like the matchup a corner on a really good receiver that it knows that we're not going to handle that receiver in any way, shape, or form. Corey Graham will go in. Malcolm Jenkins will move to the nickel spot. To be cautious, be on the safe side. So signing Corey Graham was a good signing, even if for a year. I'm happy about it. Now we're going to go to the highlights, training camp highlights today. And I saw a lot of really good things on the offense today. Alshon Jeffrey was back in there doing this thing. The guy can play. I have no way, shape, or form. If he sits out the whole preseason, I don't give a shit. Let him rest. Let him get healthy. Don't fucking use him too much before the season. God forbid he pulls it. God forbid. So Alshon Jeffrey's fine. Torrey Smith caught a few deep balls. Burnt a few guys on that defense today. Torrey Smith looks absolutely amazing right now. He made a promise to us at his press conference. He's going to step in and play. And he said, "Don't worry, I'm going to make the team. Don't worry about it. You'll see what I can do." Had a very cocky attitude at his press conference, but it was a confident cockiness that I liked about him. And he burned people. He's catching balls, and he's doing what he likes to do. So I'm all for him, and I'm very happy for him. Everybody was pretty much, I've looked here and there. I think Nelson Aguilar had a few good catches. I think he dropped one today. It was actually he beat C.J. Smith on a go route and completely fucking burned him and dropped the ball. And I know what everyone's gonna say. Okay, I already know what everyone's gonna say. Jordan Matthews had some good catches as well, but Nelson Aguilar was burning. He gained a lot of separation. The one thing that I could say between Nelson Aguilar and Jordan Matthews is Nelson Aguilar is just more athletic than Jordan Matthews. We can all say he's got better footwork. I think Nelson Aguilar is, as a profiled player, I know the stats don't come in. I know Nelson Aguilar can't catch a fucking ball. I know that speed will not matter unless he knows how to catch the fucking ball and put it in his hands. So it makes more sense to me because Nelson Aguilar is just more athletic than Jordan Matthews, hands down. More athletic, can do pretty much mostly anything. It's just that he has to make plays and the separation is there. But I know we have to get the preseason, we have to get to the regular season to see what's going on with all of that. So I'm not trying to hype him up too much, but we're gonna see what both these guys do. I understand Jordan Matthews has been with us the past 4 years. And now he's going back to his slot position. We've already, kind of went over this already, so everybody knows. And Nelson Aguilar is doing really good out there. Jordan Matthews is not doing bad out there. He's doing good out there, but he's made mistakes too along the way. So Nelson Aguilar is not the only person. So I mean, I understand since Jordan Matthews has been a star and has good, not bad stats at all. So I mean, it just looks like to me that Jordan Matthews gets a pass when he fucks up or does something wrong. I mean, people make mistakes. Shit happens. But I think when game time comes, everything is going to come together. But when Nelson Aguilar drops a pass, everyone's, going to make a huge deal about it. It is what it is. You know, he's already 2 years in, on his third year now, and it's time for him to ball out and see what he can do. So I'm all ears for that, and we'll see what happens. Bottom line, not much on the running backs today. I looked at running backs. They're just doing some running back drills, nothing crazy. I just saw mostly passing highlights than running highlights. Punt returns, all that stuff. They've been working on all that. Had Pumphrey and Sproles in the backfield. They even put Nelson Aguilar on punt returns as well. So it's all coming together, and from looking at this now, it's we're getting a feel of what's going on, and there's a bunch of even rookies, and I agree with Eagle Speed when I say that I don't like cutting rookies that are drafted. I don't like cutting guys after 1 year. I don't think that's a thing that teams should do. You got to give them at least one more year. I know we've given Nelson Aguilar 2 years, but, from what he has showed, if he was just a slow receiver that just didn't do shit and didn't give effort, then I would just say kick him out the fucking door, like after year one. But when these guys give effort, guys like Mac Hollins, that's been playing slot receiver and special teams, slot receiver, he's been doing very well. He has to come along a little bit, Mac Hollins, but down the road, he can be that big target for Carson Wentz in the slot if they go with him. Being a really tall guy and he can fucking catch anything, and he's really smooth on his catches. Catches the ball away from his body very nicely and goes right upfield, and he's very elusive and quick, so I can't wait to watch him play. Shelton Gibson has been a big disappointment this whole camp. He was supposed to be a speedster, a guy that could spread the field. His route running is poor. His route running is very poor. He's been dropping balls left and right, and he actually had a good day. Good day today. He got some separation a few times and caught some passes, but it's one good day. You understand? It's one day of doing well, and it can be inconsistent. The coaches are looking for being consistent, so they have to stop. Sorry, they have to stop the inconsistency. So, just like when I talked about Rasul Douglas. So, Shelton Gibson, I know he's probably going to be on the practice squad. I don't think he's going to make the roster. Same thing as Corey Clement, running back. I think he'll make the practice squad, probably not the roster. I think if someone, if there was an injury during the season, I think they would bump him up to the roster because he's probably whoever behind Blunt, Sproles, and Donnell Pumphrey. I think he'd be the next one to come up into the roster pretty easily. I think it'd be a no-brainer at that point to bring him up. And defensively, we've already talked about Rasul Douglas, but now let's talk about Jalen Mills. Jalen Mills, I don't know who was throwing the ball to Torrey Smith, but it was kind of underthrown a little bit. Jalen Mills jumped right in front of Torrey Smith, caught it for an interception. Fucking awesome. The crowd was going nuts. He looks like a different player. If you could tell by Jalen Mills, he's already been a year in the system. You understand? If any new player that has to be in a new defense, they have to get used to the system, the terminology. I know you're playing corner, but at the same time, he fucking started as a rookie and played against the best fucking receivers in the league last year. And on top of all that, he didn't allow a touchdown over his head in the end zone. That's a good thing. But Jalen Mills, he looks very crisp when he's fucking staying with the receiver, especially if he's staying with Torrey Smith. That's a very good thing. And Torrey Smith is fast, not Deshaun Jackson fast, but he is. He still got it. So don't shut down Torrey Smith. And don't shut down Jalen Mills. Everyone's got to fucking pray high for Jalen Mills because he's our only reinforcement that's left that we know that if he's taking care of one side of the field, we're happy about it. That makes me happy. Now, these other corners ain't doing shit. Not happy. Who caught a pass? Oh, Torrey Smith caught another deep ball touchdown. Not He caught it over Patrick Robinson. Fucking was at least 3 feet away from him. Got fucking burned. And that's that. I don't really have to talk about Patrick fucking Robinson because he's a piece of crap. So we're going to go on to the next thing, which is to all of us fans. And that is fucking preseason is this fucking week. And it's fucking here already. And we're going to go do this. I can't wait to watch. This is going to be fucking awesome. And I'm going to pray. I get nervous. I get nervous for every game. It doesn't matter if it's a preseason. You know you're a diehard fan if you get that gut, that stomach ache, that gut butterfly feeling in your stomach. And you're just, you're cringing like, oh, God, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. But fucking please, to the Lord of football, please let the gods watch over us this year. And that's what we need. But, you know, that's where it all comes down to. And that's pretty much it. So I just want to go over, you know, the last day of open practice. We have a game this week, guys. So fucking wear your Eagles jerseys. Fucking rep your fucking midnight green. And let's fucking do this week. Green Bay Packers Thursday. So I'll come at you guys with another video probably tomorrow or whatnot. But I'll be doing my Eagles Nest gaming stream tonight as usual. So if you guys want to come and watch me play and let's talk Eagles, let's talk anything you guys want. Let's fucking give me about anything. I want to make it kind of Eagles, but at the same time we could talk about other things. I'm not, you know, like it's got to be Eagles. You know, I'm not like that. I don't care. Okay, so if you guys want to join, you know where I'll be. It'll come up on your phone, your tablet, whatever you're using. And that's about it. So let you guys know what's going on tomorrow. I'll probably have a video out. And we'll see you guys next time. Fly Eagles fly.